Okay, looks like we're seeing some defense at 7150, which is good. It's holding up as of now. However, we've got the TTM squeeze firing. That's pretty yellow. So, and we've got the 9 EMA and the 20 EMA angled down. The VWAP line is angled up, so it's moving up. So this is basically a test of a VWAP. So a 5-minute candle here would be a good indicator that we're still bullish. And that's what I would like for a little while longer, right? But again, we are in reversal territory. Second quarter, either continuation or a reversal. So we'll see what we get today. So far, we've gotten this range right here, 71.50 through 71.63. Been very range bound. Well, since the open, it's been range bound. And based on the probabilities, yeah, 25% break below 750. Well, there's a 25% chance. So again, I'm looking at this as a VWAP test. So 2 5-minute closes above would confirm that 7150 is defended, which would indicate that the VWAP has been reclaimed. I'm a little perturbed. I'm still in this trade. I had my limit order set at 25%. I saw 27%. And then we saw this big red candle right here. So that's a okay. And I hate to see green trades turn red, which hasn't happened yet, but we're not as green as we was. And like I'm almost on the verge of cutting the trade because we're at my decision line. And I'm gonna make the hard calls today, and I'm gonna push the button. So hopefully this is now support level. It was a resistance level, but now it's support. So if price crosses that support level, 5-minute candle hold, I am going to cut the trade. No questions asked. Just a professional decision to make. Oh, really? We're going to see some consolidation here now, huh? Okay. Well, let's talk about 7150. That's as a major downside support slash pin if price does pull back there. So short puts should be below 7150 after confirmation. So I took it as this was confirmation. So we're seeing reconfirmation at this point, which is great. Tune in to Bloomberg. Make sure there's no crazy news. Okay, so we're pushing in to 71.49. That is danger, red alert. And we'll see. There's a snapback. Candles on the line, so we'll see. There's a pullback. If there isn't, then it's time to cut. Keep the vibe alive. Download TikTok now. Off select major appliances and save an additional $100 on select refrigerators. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Lowe's, we know you save. Valid through 5/6. Most offers exclude flask and wine.
Visit your nearby Lowe's on Fairway Drive in Roseville.
We'll have a huge addressable market, several $100 billion.
So I take the point that everyone. Hi, it's Kitty from my partner, LightSource Water Systems. It's an essential appliance for us, and your water will taste great from every tap and faucet. And for the month of April, new clients can ask for the Kitty Special. Receive $500 off your system and free installation, but you have to ask for the Kitty Special to receive this offer for new clients. Call the LifeSource Water US factory at 800-WATER-99 or visit LifeSourceWater.com.
And another cut right here. If it doesn't pull back to 71.50, or the next 5-minute close below 71.50 is a cut. It looks like it's pressing back up from 71.46, maybe. So if this candle closes red, then it's a dead condor.
Worst performer in the S&P 500 essentially revised its full-year outlook reporting first quarter comparable sales is Brent crude oil topping $180 a barrel. Progress reported by the Iran war. Shot.
All right, thank you so much, John Tucker with our Bloomberg Business Flash. We're looking at markets retreat a little bit here with equities down. The S&P 500 losing a quarter of 1%, the Nasdaq off by 0.4%. There are a lot of catalysts coming up this week. We've got several central bank meetings, too many to count really, but the big one, of course, is Wednesday with the FOMC and at 2 p.m. We also have a lot of earnings, Paul. We've got Alphabet, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, and that is just Wednesday.
Exactly.
Apple coming up on Thursday as well. Let's bring in Sheena Sissel. Sheena is founder and CEO of Banrion Capital Management, joining us from Chicago, Illinois. And Sheena, I know we've been really trying to navigate our way through the fog of war, but now we've got earnings to kind of focus our attention here, and it's really going to be on spending by big tech and spending by consumers for everyone else. How low or high is the bar do you think heading into some of these key earnings?
Depends on which one you're looking at. So let's start with consumers. We've seen consumer sentiment and consumer confidence numbers diverge, which is highly unusual, and I think that speaks to sort of what's going on underneath the surface with consumers as opposed to just general income levels. Consumer confidence remains high, and spending is correlated more with the confidence number than the sentiment number. So the sentiment number is at record lows, and that kind of speaks to the stress on the U.S. consumer. I think that is a concern for the global economy, as the U.S. consumer is basically like the undefeated spender of the world. U.S. consumers spend substantially more than anyone else in the world. We have the lowest savings rate, and that's just because we are a nation of money. So I am paying attention to that. Now, on the spend level for technology, I think that the bar continues to be quite high, and that companies will meet that. There is a general belief and understanding, and I say this as someone myself who's adopted AI, both in the solutions we offer as a company, but also in a lot of what we're
Okay,
doing.
no crazy news reports.
Update our tech platform and rebuild our website. We're using AI almost every day now here in-house at Banrion. And so I think the spend numbers will continue to rise as the traditional spenders on technology.
Okay, so if this candle closes green above the VWAP, that is good news. Let's see, I think I need to do this. There, yeah. Oh, I didn't realize VWAP had been lost. Okay, so what we saw there was a fake reversal. I would have known that, but my VWAP isn't extending across the screen. Keep that in mind. Well, so a 5-minute close right here would be good. That means that we're seeing a reversal back up. Typically, Monday's full of fake moves, but this one is headed back towards the VWAP, which should act as the magnet as long as it's a green. Oh, well, good question. It's a fake in which direction? So 7150 candle is above, but we needed to close above 7150 in order to consider 7150 to be claimed and respected as a support level. However, again, I'm referring back to it acts as a major downside support level. There are, let's see what's going on. Yeah, there's a huge amount of open interest at 7150. It's the most important downside defense near price. Like the TTM squeeze is cooling off, and looks like we are going to reclaim the 9 EMA. It's touching it right now, which is a good indicator that price will at least stabilize right here and not go lower at the moment. I turned off my my auto limit close so I could make a fast exit. I will turn that back on right now. So if I get that 25%, I can get out of the trade. Let's see, one. Okay, got that back in. And we are seeing closes above 71.50. That's good. So far the defense is holding up. Defense. Yeah, true case of no guts, no glory. But I mean, that was fine. We had a good defense plan already. Price closed 5 minutes underneath 71.50. It was time to cut the condor before it got miserable. Okay, so we're headed back towards the profit zone. I would like to see price claim the 9 EMA. Let's sit on top of that. Okay, so this is what we want to see. All right. Now, as we head towards the VWAP line, it could be a bounce reversal. So just because we're headed to the VWAP line doesn't mean that my trade is in the clear, although I am at 20%, 24, 25. It should close. The next 5-minute candle up will be my 25%. All right, I closed out of that. Just wanted to be out of that trade. Let's see what we got. It was just sat in pending and wasn't closing. So I just went in and took matters into my own hands. Okay, we got 24% on that. That was okay. All right, so we'll see what happens at the VWAP line, and we'll set up for play number 2. Didn't want to sit through another compression at the VWAP line. That's probably what will happen. However, we don't. We'll see if it's reclaimed or rejected, and then open up a new position. So that's cool. First win of the week. Took longer than I would have cared for, though. I think I entered that trade in maybe a little over an hour. However, that was a long hour. See if we can do better. Okay, so looks like we're getting some resistance here, and price is it going to accept the 9 EMA or reject it? Looking at the EMAs now, yeah, I brought them back. I like the EMAs. They're good for like moving targets, between support levels and resistance levels. So right now it's acting at the 9 EMA, the blue line is acting at a support level, and we'll see if it can hold price above the 9 EMA blue, and we'll see what happens when it gets to the pink 20-day EMA. It rejected the first time as the price was trending up. It hit the 20 pink EMA and rejected. Boom. But And so the EMAs with the support and resistance levels are good moving targets, meaning, it's a dynamic support level in addition to the support level or resistance level. In this particular case, we've got the 20 EMA sitting above price. We got the VWAP, and then we actually have a resistance level now at 71.62, 71.63. So technically, we've got three resistance levels above price currently, which is another reason to get out of the compression condor that I was in, because we are no longer compressed. I got into the condor somewhere in here. Oh yeah, in the compression zone. So that was it was probably mid compression, about 730 ish. See, I was in it. I remember. Do I remember this candle? Probably got in it after that candle. Yeah, so I got in it about 7:30. I'll go ahead and write it down. It won't be pinpoint accurate, but for my journal, it'll be close enough. So I'll call it 7:30. And I got out about, we'll call it, I said a little over an hour, so 8:40-ish. Got a little over 24% on that one. So that was okay. Okay, so price is sitting on the 9 EMA, and it keeps tapping the 20 EMA. And as of right now, it taps it and it rejects it. So it's sitting right between the two EMAs. And that puts me in the mindset of looking at the next play if price should end up rejecting 71.50. If it rejects 71.50 with a 5-minute close beneath, then I would look at or consider a position behind 71.63. So we've had rejection there. So we've got the support line, we've got the VWAP, and then we would have 71.50 actually becomes a resistance level. So then we would be looking at resistance levels, in other words. Rejection of 71.50. Wow, that's a strong support line, though. So the probability of that happening is slim. So I won't even think that through. Not just yet. That'd be a waste of my brain power. Because if you notice, the 9 EMA is bending upward. So it's got an up bend to it. So that means that there's quite a bit of buying going on at the moment. And we are approaching the 20 EMA again. So let's see if it can claim the 20 EMA. We are starting to get a higher high. Okay, so the 20 EMA has been claimed. See if we get claimage of the VWAP. To confirm that the bias has flipped bullish. Okay, so we're at the VWAP and we see like almost immediate rejection. So that wick is touching the VWAP. A clean 5-minute closing red candle below the VWAP would indicate a rejection of the VWAP. Well, this isn't it. This is not confirmation that the VWAP has been rejected. Okay, so now we get to see a real test of the VWAP. So this candle is sitting on the VWAP. That's not going to be confirming. We need a candle, green close, 5 minutes, not touching. At which point which point I'd use VWAP as the support level, and I would go 10 points below. So probably I would take that 7150. And if VWAP should be rejected and a 5-minute close below the VWAP, then I would exit the trade as a loss defense. That would be in defense of a loss. So put side would be VWAP is at 71.58. So put would be, we'll call that 71.60. Put would be at 71. I could be aggressive, 71.55. And at the slightest flip of the VWAP, just exit quick. That's a very nice green candle as of right now. So I'll go ahead and start plotting the next trade. For the put, a 7-1, yeah, 7150 looks good. It's a 30 delta. That's pretty strong. 7155 looks, I mean, that little greed devil inside of me is like, yeah. But no, I want to leave myself reaction time. And like the trade before, if I would have been at 45, I would have been like probably killed the trade because that was just too close. But I'll do 7150, 7145 on the put side. And here comes a red candle, so can't assume that the VWAP is, oh, okay, red candle is, we'll see. It's fighting for its life. Could go, let's see, what's the zone above? I'm looking at 7185, possibly, because we'll have to take 7170. And the 7170 zone is the first resistance, bullish reclaim trigger. So that is a trigger. We don't want to sell call 7170 through 7185. So 7195 on the call side. And if we can get a close 5 minutes on this green candle right here at 7163, then that is a confirmation that the bias is flipping. Although I'm not going to chase that. I want confirmation. You know, VWAP is moving, so I'll go ahead and pull the calls up. I mean the puts, sorry. Pulling the puts up a little closer, a little tighter. Maybe even tight as 71.55. But I have to get a confirmation that this level right here is going to hold up. So want a 5-minute candle above, well, a close above 71.63. And then I'll bring the put in closer and let me take a look at the call. Well, I got the call at 71.90 and 71.95 on the long. So it looks like we're getting a close. Yeah, I'll take this trade. So I took the trade. What do we have? What do we have? Well, I take this as confirmation that the bias is bull. So again, trading with the bias, not against it. No more of that. Okay, so this one was a bit more aggressive because we're in the second quarter and we are looking at a mean reversal, bull style. So what are we talking about in terms of a play? Okay, so in terms of my play number 2, it's got quite a bit of run to 71.70. I do believe that the probability of price going to 71.70 is great. That is the only target above this level. $71.70 through $71.85. So my true risk center is 71.72.50. So in order for this to be successful, I need this resistance level to hold. Otherwise, that's invalidation number one. So for my condor, I want to see whole price hold 71.60 through 71.80. My danger zone is 71.58, 71.55. So that puts me like right at the VWAP. And if the VWAP should flip and the bias turns bear, because my whole thesis is built on the bull bias, which is the flip we just saw. So should the bias flip and the VWAP get rejected, my thesis is triple invalid, and it is definitely time to exit the trade. Otherwise, what I want to see is a hold, obviously right here, 71.60 through 71.80. And I've got my warning zone established, 71.58. Start seeing like, yeah, we won't even go to the next level because that is the VWAP. So if it gets violated, well, then I'm out. I'm going to go ahead and set my limit price though. It's all part of trade management. Okay, so that part of the equation is done. This level is in not being accepted very easily. Okay, we want to see a 5-minute close. Okay.
Free exhaustion zone. Late session window. Manage positions carefully. No revenge trade. Smart money psychology now that we have loaded move quickly before retail reacts.
Oh, we have officially entered into Q3. Q3 update bias has flipped to bull bias. VWAP has been reclaimed. Next target would be 7170 from here. Q3, the primary objective is to identify midday compression versus expansion. Right now, we're headed towards an expansion from 7163 to 7170. We're looking at possible 7185 acceptance to 7200 test possible. A neutral case would be a bull case. A neutral case would be 7165 through 7185 rotation and theta decay potential. So I am positioned at 7190. So I would exit this trade upon approaching like 7170 because the potential for breakout exists. 7170 through 7185. So that could be the case. So I'm not sticking around. It'd be a bear case if rejection at 7170 should happen. It could lead to a retest at 7150, which means a bias flip, which I'm going to be out of the trade either way. Either way, so that is our Q3 analysis, 9:30 to 11. And we are seeing, well, let me not speak on that until this 5-minute candle closes. Okay, so this level has been accepted. 7162, 7163-ish to 7170. And gee, I didn't write down when I entered the trade. Right about this candle, which candle confirmed it for me? This one. So that was about 9, we'll say 9:15. Oh, the dating. Oh, okay. So I'm trading on the Robinhood app today, and there's time. They are time stamped. So it's going to be nice. Well, I don't know about nice, but we'll see what happens when price gets to the previous high of 71.70. So this is typically what we can expect in quarter three is displacement. That's what we see with the bull flag is displacement. Change the entire structure. In Q3, we can expect the reveal of true direction with a fast move. The psychology, the institutional psychology is now that we've loaded, move quickly before before retail can react. And well, that's not what happened. I actually did react. put a VWIC on it actually, so that's cool. But that is the Psychology, and price is. I like the I like the slow trend towards 7170. Let's see if the 9 EMA acts as a resistance level. Expecting price to continue up once it touches the blue resistance line of the 9 EMA. Really like the EMAs. Should have been using them all this time. However, I'm just like trying to keep my screen clear, and I like drawing the horizontal lines, and I like the VWAP, and I added 2 more lines, but it's okay. This is the most clutter I'll see on my screen. I'm thinking of even getting rid of the average true range. I do like. I can't get rid of the volume bars. Um, I'd rather have the TTM squeeze and the relative strength study, and get rid of the average. Matter of fact, I think I will just get rid of the average true range. That really doesn't help me that much. I don't think it does. If I miss it, I'll bring it back, but I don't think I'll miss it. It's like a retracement to 7162. See if that holds. Yeah, I don't even know why I questioned that. Of course, it's going to hold. The target is 71.70. Should be getting pretty close to my close limit. It's at, it's only at, 20. It's getting there. Well, let me see. I am hoping that it closes out soon and I can enter the gamma close. I'm not expecting a pin considering we're in a bull trend right now. So I'm definitely convinced that moving forward, the bias, I should always respect the bias. I shouldn't go to the top of the box anymore and do a call credit spread with the anticipation prediction of a reversal. We don't predict reversals, and so I'm breaking myself of that bad habit and not doing that anymore. I do respect the John Wick candle and the obvious reversal pattern. However, I'm not anticipating just because we reach the range high, we're going to get a reversal. So what I'm getting at is if the bias is bull, then the gamma close is going to be a bull gamma close. With that in mind, I will put the put credit spread. I don't know about a BWIC. Seeing that I'm making an adjustment for myself on the gamma play in the fourth quarter, or I'll enter the play. Well, we're headed towards the fourth quarter. 11 to 1. So what I'm getting at is I will place the put credit spread a safe distance from the open interest, and maybe even 2 support levels away, because that's the one that I want to go to expiration. Now, whether I hold it to expiration is a different story. However, I want to hold it to expiration. So the distance will be, 2 support levels away from current price action. So should we see a reversal and a sweep to the downside, my put will still be safe. My put credit spread will be safe. So that is the anticipation into quarter 4. Of my play, not of price, not yet. I'm not that far yet. I'm working on this close. I'm gonna need some coffee in a few minutes, and then get down to the analysis of the gamma close. Well, no reason I can't look ahead to it. Let's see, fourth quarter. Fourth quarter, for 11 to 1. Primary objective, close path, and dealer pin behavior. Bull close hold above 71.85 through 7,200. Magnet to close. 7,200 would be the magnet to close. Neutral close, 71.65 through 71.85. The pin zone. And the bear close, fell 71.50 through 71.40, 71.12, risk expands. Okay, so we've got some price levels to keep in mind. Right now, if it was right now, the neutral close would be 71.65 through 71.85. So I would put my put credit spread below 71.65. So if I looked at 71.65, I look down, I see I see the 65. I see the 9 EMA, the 20 EMA, and the VWAP. So 65, that's 5 points. Oh, 71.50, 71.45-ish, 71.40 even for the close. I don't expect to mess around with it and do a manual close. I'll just let it expire. And 71.40, well, price hasn't gone there all day. Doesn't mean that we won't see some parabolic activity on the sales. However, within reason, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 5 levels down, 5 support levels down. Oh, I can even turn this red. However, we'll see. I liked the comment that it's like walking up to the ATM. Kind of like that, in terms of safety. What's the odds of a jacker gonna be there to mug and rob you? Not too great in Rockland, right? Rockland, Roseville, not likely. However, it could happen. You never know when we get some outer towners. And okay, that wasn't funny. Yeah, we're getting compression and respect right now. That's good. Getting some theta, and that's good. And nothing's being threatened right now. That's good. So, I'm really satisfied with today's plays, execution, especially on a Monday. Mondays are chaotic. I mean, let's just take a look and see. Like, this is what our Monday has looked like in terms of trading. Did we start here with this gap up? I don't even remember. No, 27. We started on this green candle. This is about what it looked like right here, right? Yeah. So we were here, we started here, whoop, 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 went up, came back down, then back up. VWAP got tested, 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 and then finally reject, reject, and then back up, bull flag, and this is where we are now. That's quite a bit of volatility, but we're doing okay. So considering we navigated through that, I am very satisfied. This has been an excellent trading day thus far, and gonna keep it up. Hope's not a strategy, so I'm not gonna say I hope it stays this way. It will with proper execution and analysis. So that is what we want to accomplish is excellent execution and analysis. And every trade will go this way. I wish. But I mean, true. Avoiding fake outs, tricks and traps, not overstaying the trade. Like I'm saying, getting away from that scarcity mindset, taking the 20 to 30% wins, and just setting up for the next trade. There will always be A+ setups, and there will always be trades that turn against if we overstay our welcome. So get in, get out, and reposition. That's the philosophy moving forward. heard some great news about day trades. They're about to take the pattern day trade rules away. They're outdated, and I always felt like they were outdated and locked retail traders out of the market with accounts smaller than 25,000. So June 4th, not too far away into the future, that will be the case. June 4th, Robinhood and Webull will be the premier leaders in this. Everyone, well, I mean, the platforms and brokerages are actually given until I think like some date in 2027. However, Robinhood and Webull are going to be the juggernauts in the revision of the pattern day trader rules. So that's going to be pretty outstanding. I don't know why the other brokers wouldn't get on board as well. There's not that many adjustments you have to make. I mean, it seems like you just have to delete the pattern day trading rules and triggers. And from that point, you'll just need $2,000 to cover the trades themselves. Which I always thought, like, well, if you have enough money to cover the trade, then let retail traders make the trade. Like, I didn't understand, why that was a rule in the first place, other than just to lock retail traders out of the market. They didn't want me there. Like, they didn't want us there. Like, what's going on? Why not? So I think that'll be a big boost to the market. Robinhood's shares have already increased in value, and we'll see the rest of the brokerages fall in line with that as well. Schwab and all the others will eventually get there as well. It seems like the more established brokers are the slowest ones, the older ones, just not adapting to the current changes, which, is like, why wouldn't they? Uh, but I mean, then again, that's why Blockbuster got left in the dust by Netflix, right? That's what happened. Netflix came to Blockbuster and said they had a great idea, and Blockbuster was like, "We're Blockbuster. No, no, thanks. You're a small fry." Well, Netflix took over. The rest is history. So that's the way that went, and so I will stay on the platforms until TradeStation. I like the flow and organization of TradeStation. Although I haven't tried TradingView yet. I mean, not TradingView, but Thinkorswim. Maybe I'll check it out and see how it works. But I was really impressed with TradeStation when I had a larger account size and didn't have to move around so much. Finally got that worked out. I'm not using the public platform anymore. My account size is large enough, I'll say, to eliminate the need for it. So I don't have a need for it. What's going on at this level right here? 7163 is being tested, and let's see, price is testing the 20 EMA. Looks like we may get a bounce at 71.63. Let's see, price got to 71.67. Let's see if it reclaims the 9 EMA. Okay, got my 30% on that spike. That closed the deal for me. Oh, you see that? They're doing a liquidity sweep at 71.70. So we'll see if price holds, but they're triggering the stops up there. That was just pure violence. Well, that's all it took to trigger. Well, I guess I had a stop loss too, but that's all it took. Yeah, setting the auto close is a game changer. I was in a bad habit of turning it on, turning it off, turning it on, turning it off. Now I'm just, gonna leave it pending until I see something that is really uh, affirming that I should change it. If I don't see that, then there's no reason to change it. Trying to get 5, 10% more. So with that being said, I'm just gonna look at what we got. Yeah, and okay, price is gonna hold. It's 10:30. Well, we'll see where price pushes into before we do a gamma play. Because you never know, price could explode. Well, if it explodes up, well, that was the thing. That's just the thing is like I'm gonna go with the bias, and do a put credit spread into the close. Not gonna go against the bias ever again. I will say ever again. I'm never going against the bias. If I lose, it'll be because of something other than going with the bias. The only issue I would have is if there was a VWAP flip and then it's not with the bias anymore. So it's time to evacuate that trade. So I'm going to wait a little longer before I enter the gamma close trade, if I even enter it. I'm not like 100% on entering the play. I have to see the setup and see if it's worth taking. I just want a safe position is basically what I want. Because I had two excellent plays today, and I don't want to give not a dime of it back. So that's where I'm at in terms of my logic. I do want to see price get to 71.70 though. I want to see like if it's going to be accepted or rejected. Will we see 7,200 all-time high? Well, we're already at an all-time high. So that's the thing. Okay, so we're pushing into 71, 71. So that's the thing, is there is no pin right now. This was the last compression at 71.64 area. Okay, so let's see if it holds 71.70. Looking at the gamma play right now. $71.55. Gee, the credit's only 35 cents. 71.55 to 71.50. Tighter. The VWAP's at 71.60. We've got support at 71.66. Like I said, it's been a really good day. I'll take the 55 if the credit improves. We'd need a pullback. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking at right now. Is I want the position of 71.55, 71.50 put credit spread. However, the limit price is 45 cents right now. So that's way on the safer side. However, the credit isn't quite what I want. So I'm going to just hold it for a little while and see if we get a pullback and a retest of a level, and then I may execute the 71 55 71.50 put credit spread. As for right now, I'm just observing the interaction at 71 71.20 zone. That is the bottom of the zone that we're in. The top I have marked off in blue at 71.95. Put credit spread is always tempting, but I just resolved today to not go against the bias ever. So that would be going against the bias, and I ain't doing that no more. So that's what's up. Yeah, so not much going on. I'm not going to enter a play until we see, well, until the bias flips. It's going to be a put credit spread. I really have my eye on the 71.55 short and the 71.50 long. However, it's obviously not time to enter that play because price is spreading further and further away from it. So the credit isn't going to be good at all. However, it would be a safe play, but it's just not going to pay well. So I'm just trying to wait for the appropriate time to execute entry. Let's see, minimum acceptable credit standard would be 70 cents. That's the minimum without getting too tight. Ideal delta would be 10 to 20, but that's preferred. Aggressive would be 21 to 25. But we want a minimum distance of 10 to 20 points from the price. And needless to say, position size would be not minimal. It would be like minimal, considering that this would be a hold to expiration unless there was a need to bail at the last minute. Another retest of 71.70. Got the auction going. Well, I'm actually going to tune out. Have a good